Good morning, dear students. How are you? Okay, let's start our today's class. Today I'm teaching a new chapter, that is geometry. Geometry, points, lines and line segment. Points, lines and line segment. Okay, listen. At first let's discuss point. What is point? A dot, that's I'm writing this dot, represent a point. What is point? Point is a dot. Point is a dot. A point is always denoted with capital letters. A point is always denoted with capital letters A, B, C, D. That way, a point is always denoted. I am showing what is this? A dot. Dot A. How can read this? Point A. Point A. One more. Dot B. How can read this? Point B. Then dot C. How can read this? Point C. Point C. This way you may write point D, point E, point F. That way, with the capital letters you can denote any point, etc. A point has no length or width, so it cannot be measured. We cannot measure a point. We cannot measure a point. Point has no length and point has no width, so we cannot measure a point. We cannot say 5 centimeter point. That way we cannot say. It is point A. How can read this? Point B. How can read this? Point C. Okay, now let's study about line segment. Line segment. Then what is line segment? Let us mark 2 points. I am marking 2 points A and B. At first I am marking first point A. How can read that? Point A. What is this? Point A. This A you may write anywhere, no problem. Point A. And marking one more point. This point. Listen my mouse pointer. Point B. Now join these 2 points. Join these 2 points. I am joining that 2 points. From here to here I am drawing a line. Join that 2 points. Okay, now what we got? This one. We got a straight line is formed. A straight line is formed. Here a straight line. It's a lines. Then it is called a line segment, not line. Line segment. What is this? Line segment AB. How can read this? Line segment AB. Study that. We denote it by, I am drawing a small line segment. So let's denote that like this way. AB. No need to draw a big one. A small line segment, and right under that line segment small capital letter A or B or P, Q, any 2 letters, any continuous 2 letters you may write. How can read this? How can read this? Look to my mouse pointer. How can read this? That is line segment AB. Once again, how can read this? Line segment AB. Say with me. Line segment AB. Now, okay, line segment AB. This one. A line segment has a starting point and ending point. A line segment has a starting point and an ending point. Here a starting point is there, that is this A is the starting point of that line segment and B is the ending point of line segment. Okay, here in this case A is the starting point of that line segment and B is the ending point of that line segment. So you can measure the length of this line segment using scale. You can measure the length of this line segment using scale. So it has definite length and it can be measured. You can measure this by using scale. Maybe 5 centimeter or 6 centimeter or 7 centimeter. You can measure using your scale. Okay, it has no width or no thickness. It has no width or no thickness. The next, line. What is line? Let's check that. Line. A line segment extended endlessly on both sides. If you know what is line segment, that we already studied. If you are extending that line segment on both sides, if we are extending that line segment on both sides endlessly, is called a line. There is no end, no starting point, no ending point. I am drawing that one. This is that line. What is the name of this? That is line. What is this? Line. A, B. This mark is A and this is B. That is from here to here. From here to here, that was our line segment. I extended these lengths. This arrow mark means there is no end. Here it is going to this side. And this arrow mark means there is no end in here this side. This will go like this way, extending. That arrow mark means there is no end. A line has no starting point, no ending point. A line has no starting point, no ending point. Study that. So it can be extended to any length on both direction, that I told. So it has no definite length. We can't measure the length of this line. Okay, we denote it by this way, a small line, and both the end you may give two arrow marks, A, B. How can read this? Line AB. How can read that? Line AB. Read again. Line AB. A small line and AB. That is line AB. Okay. Now let's check ray. What is the ray? A line segment extended endlessly only in one direction. A line segment extended endlessly only in one direction. That is, in one direction there is that arrow mark. Okay, in one side, if there is an arrow mark in one side, that is ray. I am showing is called an array. I am showing this one. Arrow mark is here in this side. That means this arrow mark means is going. It's no end. It is no end. Let's give the name A, B. Here it is A. It is B. Array has starting point. Array has starting point but no end point. Here starting point is there but no end point. Here arrow mark is there, so no end point. It can be extended to any length. This arrow mark means this can be extended to any length. So it has no definite length, so we can't measure. We denote it by, how can denote this by? A small arrow and give the letter A, B. You may give any letter P, Q or X, Y, any two letter, any continuous two letter.